wanna spend my life with you all day. You say that you love me, is it true? You say I'm the only one that's all for you. Okay, make me feel away, make me feel away. Shorty so damn dangerous, fuck me like I'm famous, yeah. I've been so impatient, so glad that you made it here. Took my dick and faced it, shorty going crazy, yeah. Thought that you was playing, told me spray it everywhere. She want me to take it, what you tryna do?
Hey girl, hey, welcome back to That Girl Got Knowledge. I'm Rustique, and we have a very special guest today along with my other amazing co-hosts. So let them introduce themselves and then we'll get into our guest.
Y'all already know I'm Janae. Hey y'all.
It's your girl Ebony. Hey. And we have our special guest, Ciera Nicole. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Of course, thanks for being here. You're so gorgeous. You're so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so first things first. Who is Ciera Nicole? Tell us about yourself.
Yes, so when I think about myself, I think of two words: boss, leader.
Yes, ma'am.
And fabulous. So I'm
Yes, I love that.
Yes. I just think of me from back in the day. I was always that girl who wanted to do something. I wanted to be in charge. Like, I think it's only child syndrome probably. Like, everything has to be like my way and what I do. And I think about that in every aspect of life. Like, I want to make sure that everything gets done the way it's supposed to. And I just think that's like the leader quality in me. Just dot all my I's, cross all my T's. So that's my life mantra.
I love that. I love that. So then, like, how was growing up in Baltimore, and like, how do you feel like it kind of shaped like who you are today?
Baltimore made me tough, right? Like, this is a very rough city. I know you're not from here, so you don't really, you see a little bit. But it just made me, I had to have tough skin, right? And especially when I got into the pageant world, it's not all like kumbaya and stuff. You know, you have those girls who can be pretty cutthroat because like they want to win.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a whole world in itself. So, you know, Baltimore told me to have tough skin and to work hard for everything that you have. So I use that as a testament to what I've done.
I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. That's like, I could only imagine that pageant life and just being around others who probably weren't raised like you, like who, you know, it's cool. Like, we're all in it to win it. Like, you don't have to be, you know, rude, mean, whatever. So I love that. I love that.
But people can just, I'm sure people can be very nice, nasty too when it comes to like the pageant world.
Very nice, nasty, because you know they don't want to have that image where, can I cuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
They never want to have that image like to be a bitch, right? They never want to be like, oh, you hear about her, don't mess with her, she's a bitch. Or they don't want the directors to know that you can be really bitchy. So they do the nice, nasty where it's kind of like, okay, girl, but you know that way they don't get that label. But yeah, so it's up in there.
Wow.
That's really.
I know, right?
Because I feel like that comes out in like so many facets of life, like the whole nice, nasty, especially
like passive aggressive.
Yeah,
very
nice,
much
but
so.
I'm not nice.
Very much so.
Yes.
But I will say, in the pageant world, you do meet some amazing women. I've been able to cultivate relationships with, like, my friends, they are all bosses. They're out here doing what they got to do, business owners or TV personalities. Like, they have made a name for themselves. And if it wasn't for the pageant world, I would have never met them. So I'm super thankful for those relationships. The nice, nasty ones, they can go though.
Yeah.
I don't see them.
So how did you get started in like the pageant world? I feel like there's no like one way, one direction to get into it. So how did you come from, I know you said you went to school and I forgot, you said you did like merchandise, no.
Fashion merchandise.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Look at me. You did like fashion merchandise. And so how did you transition from that, started like a club in school to like, I know, uplift other women and then to like transition to the pageant world?
Yeah, so first I'll start with me in Baltimore. I always watched Miss USA, Miss Universe, Miss America, right? And I thought those women were untouchable. Never in a million years did I think I would be one of those women. Wow. When I was at school, very much in the fashion industry, I ended up working at a charity fashion show, and I was working just backstage. But Miss Virginia, all the models were title holders. Miss Virginia got sick. So they were like, oh my God, we need like a model. Can you just do it? So they just threw me. Yeah, they just threw me.
Look at God.
I know.
Crazy.
And all these pageant people were there. Like this is at a country club in Potomac. Like the people with the coins were there.
Yeah.
And they're the pageant people.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh my God, who's that girl? Like she should do pageant. She's so beautiful. Her presence is blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I am just this girl from Baltimore. Like, I don't know anything about like a pageant. Like what? And they're like, no, you need to do it. So I took a year to just really research and see which system was good for me, because Miss America is totally different from Miss USA and Miss Universe.
Oh,
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. They're like,
that.
oh, I thought they were the same. Miss America, USA, United States, like they're all the same, but they're not. And me, I am very much an edgy girl. Like I'm much more sexier than like conservative, and the Miss America system has always been super conservative.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like the interview process is like 10 minutes long. Like it's yeah.
While you're on stage?
No, like a panel interview.
Okay.
Yeah, but 10 minutes is a long time.
Yeah.
And Miss USA, it's like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So much better. So I just felt like I fit the brand of Miss USA much more than Miss America, which is so important. And yeah, I was like, let me just go ahead and do it. And I did my first pageant, which was Miss Maryland USA. Didn't place, but I got best in interview.
Oh, wow.
So I said,
so you were like, yep.
okay, yep, I see what I'm good at. Let me work on all the other stuff, which was body, which was wardrobe, which was just my overall personal brand, because you have to be marketable for these. It's a business at the end of the day, right? They got to make money off of you. They got to make sure that you look the part. That way more girls will want to do it the next year. So I worked on all those elements. And yeah, the next year I did DC USA and I got second runner-up. So yeah, I got better, but I still didn't win.
But that's like still, that's
No, that's like,
Yeah.
You
From top placing in second.
Yes.
And yeah, and with Maryland, I want to say it was about like 110 of us at the time too. So me getting best interview like gave me a lot of confidence, which I think is so important. And like at my first pageant, my roommates, which were the ones who also created the list with me, were all there, really supportive. And I think that's what's so important. They like literally like pushed me and followed me on that journey of doing something that I've never done before, never thought that I was even capable of doing. And I was super, just super happy that they were able to do that for me.
Wow.
But then the next year I did win.
Yes, exactly.
I was excited. Yeah.
Yes. So then, does Ladies Inspiring Strength for Tomorrow, does it still kind of, I guess, influence like everything that you're doing now with like your business ventures, being a brand designer? Like how have you kind of like incorporated that like mission into like your work now?
Yeah, it's definitely a part of my everyday life. The point of the list was always to just promote self-improvement, scholastic achievement, and God, I can't remember the last part. It was 3 of them, but basically just overall improvement in your life, right? Everyday career, all of that. So when I look at myself and how I run Crown-Bound Pageant Consulting, that's ultimately that, because pageants,
it's like evolutionized.
Yes.
it's an enrichment program. The point of it is to improve yourself. Well, not really the point, but the process, you're improving yourself. So me, even why I started coaching is because I fell in love with the idea of working really hard for something, showing it off, because baby, I showed it off.
Exactly.
Okay, you was gonna see this body. And just feeling really good about yourself, and ultimately saying, you know what? I get out what I put in. And I think that's how you just improve overall in life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's what Crown-Bound is in a nutshell. It's helping these women gain the confidence to first get up on that stage, but ultimately self-evaluation to figure out what am I good at, what can I improve on to make me overall, my personal brand just be everything it needs to be.
Wow, I love that. And I feel like with enrichment programs like that, like once you see that you're progressing, it just gives you that overall confidence in general to just really keep going.
Yeah, for sure. And I never thought I would even be a pageant coach. Like I said, I never thought I would even do pageants, right? But I'm just so thankful for the opportunity, because not only did pageants change my life, but now I'm changing other women's lives.
Yes.
So I feel really good about what I'm doing.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
I know.
So how do you balance it all? Because I know you're a new mommy, you have your businesses.
Yes.
Like how on earth do you do it all?
It's so tough. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, being a mom is like, it just threw a wrench in everything that I was trying to do. But the wild part about it is, because when I became a mom, it wasn't planned, right? And then I became a mom. It just like kicked my ass, and I lost all my motivation. I just wasn't doing what I used to do. And I don't know if it was just me being on maternity leave from work and just sitting around not doing, I don't know like what happened, but it just put a damper in everything I was doing, and I totally lost all my confidence. But when I became a mom, it was like, girl, get it together. Like, this little boy, you're everything to him.
Yes.
So it just lit a fire under my feet. It made me boss up. It was like riding a bike
to the next level.
Yes, it woke me up and said, girl, you know what you gotta do? Like, you tripping.
Yeah.
And I just feel like being a mom, it kicked my ass. But now, I'll be damned if I let you see that it's kicking my ass.
But also too, I feel like with being a mom, like I'm not a mom, but I have friends who are moms and everything, and it's like you just birthed, like you just brought life into this world. Like you are super, you are superhuman at that point. So I'm pretty sure it kind of just made you realize nothing can really stop me from getting what I want.
It's like I forgot it for a second.
Yeah.
I can't believe me of all people, I let that happen.
Yeah.
Oh, but it came back. It's all good.
Was there something specific that occurred where you were like, oh, I'm tripping? Let me get back on my feet. Like, was there something that happened, or was it just like?
I don't know. I don't know if it was anything in particular. I just know. I think the way I was looking at myself, and I didn't look good, so I didn't feel good anymore. So now I'm super intentional about pouring into myself, because I know when I don't feel good, it rubs off on my kid. And I can't give him anything if I don't have anything. So I had to put, more into me to make sure I'm feeling good, so that way we're good.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh my goodness, that's very inspiring.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
But it's so hard to balance it, and even now I'm still struggling a bit. I'm struggling with still being present, because like you said, I have all these businesses, so any second I get, if he's like watching TV, I'm like running to my laptop to try to get stuff done. And it's like, no, Ciera, you have the days where he's not here. That's when you do your work. You need to be more present right now with him, because I'm part-time stay-at-home mom, and then I'm working every other day. So my kid is home with me all day, Monday and Friday, and obviously in Saturdays, if I'm not doing anything. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, I am working with client meetings, getting packages done, Zoom calls, in-person sessions. Doing it all. So it's like, Ciera, remember, take that Monday and Friday and just be with your kid all day. Like, stop trying to run to the laptop and do some work. So
and you're human too. And this is your first go round with life, with a baby, everything. So I'm pretty sure, I know you're giving yourself grace.
I was like, grace is the most important word.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I'm definitely learning to give myself some grace, because I used to be the girl who was always on time. I told y'all I used to dot on my I's and cross on my T's. That's just who I was. So I was always on time.
Always on time.
Now I'm late. But y'all just gonna have to take me being late, because I got a whole kid.
And listen, I don't have no kids, and I'm always late.
Oh my gosh, girls,
it's terrible. It's terrible. So yes, no, definitely self-improvement.
But on that note, we'll be right back after this quick break.
Yes.
Poppin' shit, gotta get it. Niggas out here hating, but ain't stopping shit. Stop procrastinating, wasting time and shit. Niggas only gangster when they signing in. Hold on, baby, I can't hold on. So long, baby, I can't go on.
Alright, so we are back. We're gonna switch gears just a little bit. So we was looking, and we saw that you was on Last Boy Standing.
Yes.
So tell us how you got casted and what that process looked like.
Yes, I want to tea. I love reality.
We all we like reality TV love.
So So reality TV producers and casting people, they love pageant girls.
Okay.
Yes. If you notice, you'll see a lot of pageant girls on reality shows. So they have been reaching out to me via email and DM for a couple of shows. So I was asked to do Bad Girls Club.
I cannot
see you doing that.
I know.
I take it back.
I don't even know why they
That's
think
not my
that that's not even
that's not my
your
vibe.
personal brand, your aura, nothing screams
They
Bad
just saw
Girls
like a cute black girl, like, what's
Basically.
going on here?
And probably he was from Baltimore, so it's gonna be a little
they would
tussle of the feathers.
They were trying to get her picked on or something.
That's low key probably, because they're like, look at this dainty girl.
Yeah.
Like, no, y'all won't beat me up now. I was asked to try out for the Bachelor.
Oh.
Which I can see.
I can see that. Yeah, you would have been on it.
Yes, The Bachelor, yes, I can see myself.
Yes.
I definitely can see you on The Bachelor.
I know. I would like to be the Bachelorette though. I don't want to be, vying for no man.
Yeah.
Fighting all these girls.
Yeah, like
That's just crazy.
right.
With it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mhm. And then, Are You the One? Are you guys familiar with that on MTV?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I was almost going to be on Are You the One, and then the same production company they did Last Squad Standing. So they wanted to swap me out and bring on a group of my friends for Last Squad Standing.
Do you know what made them want to do the switch between? Because that's like two completely different shows.
I know.
Are You the One is all about love, and
Yeah.
this is
I'm not sure,
Like
but.
social
experiment.
Yeah,
Or you
but
both
I wasn't
experiment.
mad because to me I was low-key nervous to go on the show all by myself.
by yourself.
So when they were like, oh no, we actually want you to get a group of friends together and do this show where you guys are competing for some money. And I was like, okay, I know the perfect people.
Yeah.
So
Got the squad. You had the squad,
yes.
so
I, I was strategic about who I picked.
Mhm.
I wanted people who I felt like were in like on the Baltimore scene, doing something and had like their individual personal brand. So the TT is that we actually had some people that y'all probably know, but they didn't go on the show. So the original cast was going to be DJ Flo, myself,
That's my guy.
Stars, Ivy,
Stars? Oh my goodness.
Yep,
Okay.
Ivy, Dav, Fred, and Karan.
Wow.
I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I know Karan,
Social
yeah.
Life Karan. So it was originally 7 of us. And then that's when they were like, okay, no, we need to knock it down to 5. So I'm like,
Oh my
damn,
gosh, that's tough.
yeah,
I
I'm
know,
like,
right?
who's the 5 gonna be? Well, we didn't know, so all 7 of us went to LA to actually do like the whole casting, like in person with the executive producers. And they ended up reaching out a couple weeks later, and they only had 5, and the 5 was going to be me, Dav, Ivy, Stars, and Flo. So Fred wasn't in the mix at first.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they didn't want Fred. But apparently Flo had just got a gig on either 92Q or DTLR, and he didn't want to not be there.
Gotcha.
So he was like, I can't do it. So Fred ended up taking a spot, and that's how the 5 of us got on the show. Yeah, but we had a little switcheroo.
Yeah, I love that. Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's amazing. So like, what was like recording reality TV? I know we see it from like the standpoint of
just like the
watching.
TV. Yeah, watching.
Like, what is it like behind the scenes? I feel like it's so different.
It is, and you have to be really brave to do something like that because you are literally giving the world 45 minutes to judge you, just on what you do in that
She
short amount of time.
definitely be judging.
Yes, me too. Even when I
Yes.
watch shows now, I'm like, I don't like her. But you got to give them some grace at the end of the day because you probably only see out of the 45 minutes, you may only see like 12 minutes of them, to be honest, because you have so many other people that are on the show. But it is an experience I will never forget. I mean, you have so many cameras everywhere, and like, I mean, if I'm walking, they're following me. You know, it just is what it is. You have no privacy. And with Last Squad, it was a social experiment. We couldn't go outside. Well, only for challenges. We couldn't have our phones, so we didn't know what was going on in the world. We couldn't talk to our families. We couldn't watch TV. I was really pissed because I couldn't watch Miss USA. And my sister won that year. I was really mad. Yes, I was pissed, but it's all good. You know, I got money, so
Exactly.
I was sacrificing watching her to get some money. So, you know, it was uncomfortable at times, but overall we had a really good time. Our friendships grew. We fought, we cried, you know, we laughed, we had a really good time. We made some new friends. Do you guys watch, I don't know, he played in a lot of stuff. You guys know who Mike Merle is? Mike Merle, he was in a ton of movies, but he's going to be on BMF. These upcoming seasons. Yeah, I mean this upcoming episode. So he was on the Detroit team. And now he's like this actor.
No, I'm definitely gonna look into him.
Yes, look at Mike Merle. He's cool. That's my guy.
That's awesome.
Yes, he met some great people.
So then, do you feel like like being on a reality TV show kind of helped you with just like stage presence and like putting yourself out there so that you can, you know, I guess do well in your enrichment program with consulting and coaching like other girls in the pageant world?
That's a good question. I never thought about that. I mean, I've always had the confidence and stage presence, but that just opened me up to a much larger audience. So now it's like you can't tell me shit.
Exactly. And that's kind of where I'm going with it. Like, yeah, being on a reality TV show, it's like now I can stand and talk in front of anybody.
Oh yeah,
honestly. So.
yeah, definitely. And I try to teach my girls like you can't be afraid to just put yourself out there. Like if you want to win, you have to be the girl when you walk into a room, everyone's like, damn, who's that?
Yeah.
Right. You know, and that's to me, I feel like that when I walk into a room. So
yeah.
I would say, yeah, reality TV definitely helped me. It boosted my confidence for sure.
I love that. Oh man.
So can you tell us a little bit more about your business? I know you have like 3 different businesses going on right now,
Yes.
and tell us about it. And like, what do you see in the future? What do you want to see for your businesses?
So it's funny how one of them got started. I guess funny how all of them started. So obviously coaching, I was a contestant first and fell in love with the process of just competing and putting the work in and winning. So that one was a no-brainer. But for my jewelry line, it's kind of the pageant stuff too.
Yeah, because they're big statements.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to wear those earrings when you compete, like an evening gown and stuff.
Wow.
And me, I don't have them on today. I got my little Fendi's on. But when I would go out, like really dressed up, I wear those statement earrings.
They're
Like,
nice. They're very gorgeous.
thank you.
Yeah.
Like when I go out like that, I want people to be like, damn, like those are some really nice earrings, and I get a ton of compliments. And I was like, I should start selling these. Like this is, and I already have the community, the pageant community there, like the audience for them to purchase.
Exactly.
So I really incorporate it in my brand. Like I give all of my clients like a discount, and then they wear them, and I can like cross promote. So it's like it was really smart. Yeah, and then with my web design and marketing agency, I used to work at a software company, and on the side, I shouldn't say on the side, I used to do like a little stuff just to, you know, for people.
Come on, freelance.
But it came all together.
Yeah, and then when I became a mom, I had to leave my job because it was just too much. I needed more flexibility. Like my manager was like, all right, Ciera, we love the baby, but we can't keep having them on Zoom calls. And I'm like, look.
Nothing was being like that.
And I've never heard that in like this whole.
Some people are like, some companies are very strict about something.
No, don't get me wrong. They were good about it in the beginning.
Okay.
Especially, and my manager, he just had a kid too. So like we were in the same boat. So he was really lenient. But like when your regional director and like people above him find out things like that, that's when it becomes a problem. So I couldn't really focus on work like that because I had my kid. I had to hop off calls, change diapers. He's crying. Like it was like a zoo in my house. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to leave. So I left my job and I went.
Choosing you.
I did. I chose me, my family, my kid, and I launched my own marketing and design firm because I was already doing some of the things, right? I was like, why don't I just do this for myself where I can control my schedule? It doesn't matter if my kid is on a Zoom call. Guess what? We're going to see him. Hey.
Especially if you want my services.
Yes. And that's just how it's been. And it's been really good. I mean, I do know a lot of people, so I've been getting a lot of referrals. I really don't have to do a lot of marketing for that business, so I'm super thankful.
That's how that energy just comes to you. Just attract. You know,
and
you're in alignment with.
I'm super thankful though, just because like me leaving my job, that's like going.
For blessing. Stepping out on faith for sure.
Yeah.
Because your website look good, honey.
Let me know if I need a website. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then you
Hi, I am Jessica Kidd, founder of House of Bombshell, beauty and lifestyle brand based right here in Baltimore, Maryland, and salon owner of House of Bombshell Beauty Parlor. Shop with us online at www.thehouseofbombshell.com and unleash your inner bombshell today.
Thank you.
welcome. And then you have your coaching, right?
Yes. So the coaching is, like I said, that was just, it transitioned from me being a contestant to just really falling in love with the process of improving yourself and creating yourself as this total package to say basically you can do it all.
I love that. I love that. Oh, I love that so much. So then, how do you feel like, I guess, what's one message you could just give to just women who are either like new moms or just even, you know, just in the world of like entrepreneurship and like how you can kind of, like, what have you been doing to balance? Because I know you said that you work on Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then you're a mom Monday, Friday, but every day, but Monday and Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
When do you have like time for like self-care and everything of that sort? Like, how do you just balance all of that?
Yeah. Well, one thing I do not take for granted is my night showers.
Okay.
I love a good night shower.
I know, right?
Because once the kids sleep, the work is done. Sometimes the work still ain't done, but you know, I'm going to give myself that moment.
Yeah.
I want to take a shower. I want to sit in there and just decompress. I think it's so important to not go to bed without decompressing, because then you're just going to carry on the stress to the next day.
Yes.
You want to wake up feeling good. You got a whole kid you got to take care of, right? So I can't be tired and sluggish and all that stuff. I got to make sure my energy's good, so that way he's good. So yeah, you just got to give yourself that moment to just let it all out and refresh for the next day. Like I mentioned earlier, you cannot give when you're not full yourself. You can't give from an empty cup. So it's so important to make sure you take care of yourself, and that's something that I unfortunately started to forget. But I remember, and now I got it together.
Yeah. So then, like in your, I guess like coaching business, do you also emphasize like self-care to the girls too?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I didn't know if you were finished. I do, because the thing is, some of the girls get really caught up in trying to win. I gotta do this, I gotta do this. It's like, okay, girl, but take a break.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna drive yourself crazy if you just, and then you're on your phone looking at all the girls.
And comparing yourself.
Yes.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
And I think that's like one of the worst parts about pageants, right? Is that you can slip into that, I'm comparing myself to every girl.
Oh yes, I'm sure like body dysmorphia.
Yes.
Just, you know,
Yes.
all this
Because
stuff.
there's 49 other girls.
But you gotta remember that like there's only one you. You have to go and make yourself look different from these other girls. That's how you stand out. So I really try to teach them that. It's like, look, stop looking at her. She doesn't have what you have. You're this, you're that. Look at what you've accomplished. Tell that, sell that. That's how you get picked. That's how you win. You can't be like everybody else. So stop comparing yourself.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, you've been dropping nuggets this whole show. Before we go, do you have one strong piece of advice you could just tell straight to the camera that you could tell any girl, any young lady, any young woman, just one piece of advice?
Yes, I wouldn't even say this is just for young women. I think this is for everybody in general. And this is something that I struggled with in the beginning. And that was being so transactional with every opportunity or person that I met. If I would say, oh, this doesn't benefit me right now, I don't need this, and would miss out on opportunities. It's so important to foster good relationships and opportunities, because you never know where they will land you 5-10 years down the line. So like, stop being so transactional. Don't think, oh, just because it's not doing anything for you at that moment, that it won't be something later on.
Wow.
Yeah.
No,
That's like,
Just kidding.
that's like,
I love it. Well, that's Ciera Nicole, guys. Entrepreneur, mom, just all around fabulous woman.
Leader.
Yes, fabulous boss leader. Can you drop your socials and then we'll be out of here?
Yes, so you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Ciera Nicole, and my website is cieranicole.com.
Period. Because she designed her own website.
Exactly.
Okay? Bye.
Bye, guys.